I will now use the pointed modeling tool to very carefully round off the eyeball. Do not press deep. Now in the corners we'll press a little deeper, but on the cuts around the eye itself, just round it off and press in so that you do not flatten the eyeball. To do the nostril, I'll use the very small A98 figure carving matting tool, and I will just put that texture down in the opening of the nostril. Be very careful and just stay inside of the cuts. It is now time to do the herring on our moose, and we'll do it with the hair blade tool and the swivel knife. Let me give you an example. Here in the beard, or on the beard, it's very, very rough, so we'll take the hair blade tool and we'll drag lines in the direction that the hair would fall. These are rather long strokes. Many times we will use shorter strokes. Then we will go to our knife and we will come off the edge with long strokes, as you can see, and do them at random. We don't want to make this moose look like he just got a haircut at the salon. This will be rather rough looking, and so we will drag these lines, as you can see. We'll drag them right up almost to the jaw. And if you want, you can turn it and pull some cuts from the top down. We'll do the same thing down here under the neck. We'll make those cuts not as long here, but we'll cut them up into the folds on the neck. Here again, at random. Don't need to make them real pretty. Now I'll come, as you can see, cutting out from where we did the stamping out to the edge. And we will bring these cuts, varying deep and shallow, and getting lots of texture in there. And blend it down into the cuts you made from the bottom up. Down here on the chest, even though we didn't use the pointed beveler, you can still rough the edge up, as you can see, with short cuts. And then we'll come back and blend into there with our hair tool. In this case, there'll be short cuts, as you can see. We'll blend that into the neck folds. On the top, we will make some short cuts, not quite as deep up here. Come back with our hair tool and blend it in with the neck folds. And as you can see, the head is starting to take shape. Now we will take the hair tool and hair the face. The direction of the hair usually goes like it would if you dropped water or rain on the top of the head, and it will flow down. Shortcuts. I know that a moose has not the shortest hair like a deer would have, but it's not real long on the face either, so the cuts will be short, as you see me doing here. And as I do it, each time I come around, I kind of do it in a circle, and I just hit it on the back side, and this will make kind of a curly little hair. On the forehead, we'll do the same thing, and down the nose. This will take a while, so take your time and make sure you get a complete coverage with the hair tool. It's okay to turn it and go the other way as long as your cuts are in the same direction as you had from the top down. We will do this all over the animal. We have completed all of the hairing on the moose, as you can see, and now we will do the background matting to get the moose to stand out higher from the background. Depending on the scene that the moose is in, we may put other things back there like water and pine trees and all, but in this case we're just going to do some texturing around the moose to make him stand out. To do that, we'll use the A104 background tool. We'll use the F898, the F899, the F900, and the F901 to do the texturing. We will start with the smaller of the matting tools, and we'll mat around the area of the antlers. We will carefully put it up against the edge, and as you can see, we will mat down the area, and in between we will tip it so that we do not use the leading edge and just texture the area down between the tines of the antler. And we will do as much as we can with the small one, and then we will switch to some of the larger ones. In these areas, like this area here and this area here, where we can see through the antlers to the other side, and these other real tight areas, we will use the A104 background tool, and we will very carefully mat this down. Notice I'm holding the tool lightly and sort of walking it around, and notice how it darkens it up and causes the antlers to stand out much better. We'll do that in all these tight little areas, and here where it's open to the top, we will taper it off slowly, and we'll blend it in with the other matting tools. For using the A104 background tool, you'll note that my leather is almost completely dry. Now, we'll come back later when we use the larger tools and we'll add a little bit of moisture to make those bite a little better. But for now, we're just creating texture to get the antlers to stand out. I'm now using the F900, which is quite a bit larger than the smaller one we used, and of course larger than the A104. And then we will go to the very largest one, and we will taper off the matting out to nothing. We'll start, as you can see, and then taper off. And we will do this all the way around the outside of our mousse. And here is your mousse, all ready for your favorite dyeing and finishing techniques.